Okay, welcome to this session, and we are focusing on day 34, which is the emphasis is personal responsibility. The key point is that one of the single factors behind success is how badly or serious you want to succeed and your willingness to take personal responsibility. Willingness to take personal responsibility. You are doomed if you start believing someone else is in control of your destiny or success. Nobody is in control of your destiny or success except you and God. If these two parties are in agreement and you, the human party, you are willing to take responsibility and manifest, your life will be very successful and you will produce fruits that will bring glory to God. What does it mean to take personal responsibility? Taking personal responsibility means acknowledging and accepting the consequences of your actions and decisions. It means that you take the decision, you make up your mind to take the actions regarding your life, your career, and business. You make decisions. And while you are taking those actions, while you are making every decision, you are ready for the consequences, either negative or positive. It means that you are accountable for your own behavior. That's personal responsibility. You are accountable for your own behavior and the outcomes that result from your behavior. Instead of blaming others and external circumstances, people who take personal responsibility hardly blame other people for their lives or blame circumstances. I've also say that, I am where I am because I was born in a poor family. Are you serious? That is lack of personal responsibility. Oh, I am where I am because my dad died when I was in secondary school. Sorry about that. But hey, you have grown up. Take your life serious and build something out of it. Oh, I am where I am because, we had war and civil crisis and things happened. Yes, sorry about the war. Others were affected already, but shut the hell up, take your life serious and move forward. Take personal responsibility for your life. If not, you are doomed. You will be a failure if you keep on blaming others and external circumstances. When things happen, you can go through the grief, you can go through the pain, but there is one outcome that you need to do. When you are done, shut the hell up, take your life and move forward and make something beautiful out of it. Oh, I am where I am because I was born in a village. And so what? Are there not billionaires who are born in a village and have become successful today? Take personal responsibility. People who take personal responsibility outgrow external circumstances that hurt them or try to destroy them. They outgrow what others put or set up against them. The desire for success and the willingness to take personal responsibility are crucial factors in achieving success. Desiring success and taking personal responsibility. These two are very crucial factors. Anytime you believe that someone else is in control of your destiny or success, that is a recipe for success. Key recipe for success is when you keep believing that you will become a failure because something happened or because somebody did this or did that. Choose to make your life something beautiful. That is your responsibility. That is your responsibility. And there's one thing I want us to know. Taking personal responsibility involves a couple of elements. Taking personal responsibility involves 4 key elements. Number one, follow me carefully. 4 key elements. Number one, acknowledging your role in the situation. Yes, acknowledge your role in the situation. If something has gone wrong, there are difficulties. People have done things against you, and there are trying to put you down. Acknowledge your role in the situation. This means that you recognize your actions, you recognize your decisions, you recognize your behaviors, and these three things will have an impact in the world as far as the world around you is concerned. So acknowledge your role. In this negative circumstance, my role is that I need to take action. I need to make decisions. I need to change my behavior so I can advance forward. The second element, accepting the consequences of your actions. This means that you are willing to face the consequences, whether good or bad. Yes. You need to accept the consequences of your actions. Number three, refrain from blaming others. Stop blaming others. This element is important. Basically, stop placing the blame on other people and external circumstances when things go wrong. What do? Instead, take responsibility for your own actions and your decisions. Things have gone wrong. You have gone through crisis. You have gone through whatever, etc. Relationship. Stop blaming your boyfriend. Stop blaming your husband. Stop blaming your wife. Take personal responsibility and make something beautiful out of your life. The fourth element, which is very important, make amends. If your actions have caused harm to others or have had negative consequences, take the personal responsibility to make amends, repair any damage. Yes, it's important. It's part of your healing. It could just be apologizing. Maybe you have been holding somebody in your heart for so long and blaming that person that you are where you are in life because of that person, because that person caused it. Let me tell you, one of the best ways to heal is to make amends. Maybe sometimes just go talk with that person. Look, for the last 2 years, I have been angry at you and having this anger against you. I have decided to let it go and I want to be at peace and I want to focus on my life and let it be genuine, authentic. You liberate yourself. If there's one thing I'm grateful for personally is I don't know how to hold anybody in my heart. First of all, I like it because it improves my creativity and my thinking. The best thinkers in the world have peace in their minds. They have peace. They don't play with their peace. They don't play with their sanctity. They don't play with their focus, with their clarity. So there's no need holding anybody in your heart. Okay? So taking personal responsibility, therefore, means being accountable for your own life, the choices you make, being willing to take ownership of the outcomes that result from those choices. Now, what are the practical ways that you can take self-responsibility? Let us break it down, then we can end the session. What are the practical ways that you can take self-responsibility for your life, despite the challenges, despite what you're going through, despite born in a poor family, despite born out of wedlock, you don't know your dad like me and he was never there. Born in a poor family, you're the one to see what you want to do with your life. What do you do? Or you are born to good parents, life happened, you lost your parents, you're now an orphan. What do you do? Or you are doing well and then war came or crisis came and they burned your office or burned your office. What do you do? Or friends backstab you, set you up, things happen. What do you do? There are two options. Either you sit there, blame others, blame circumstances, and end up a failure in sadness and depression and useless, or you take personal responsibility and move your life forward, leave a legacy, live a beautiful, successful life, contribute to society, live your purpose, enjoy financial freedom, live the life in the best way you can. And this is possible, no matter the damage you have gone through. There are some people that they go through a difficult relationship It's not even a divorce, or just a normal boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance relationship. And it ends funny. They live their life in mediocrity, in anger and sadness, and blaming one boy or one girl somewhere. That is arrant nonsense. Am I saying you will not be hurt? No, you will be hurt because you invested in the relationship emotionally, even financially, resources and time. Yes, you'll be hurt. But after hurting, move, heal, and move. Your emotions are not in charge. You are in charge. Your heart is not in charge. You are in charge of your heart. Move. So what practical ways can you take as a young man, as a young person, to take self-responsibility for your life? Number one, very foundational and one of the most powerful things you can do is set goals. Set goals. Yes, set goals. Let's say you are recovering from a crisis, whatever has gone wrong, set goals. I know this is difficult. I know life has been difficult. I know I've lost things, but you know what? These are my goals. I am going to wake up, work hard, and achieve these goals. I don't know how long it's going to take me, but you see these goals, I am going to make them happen. Setting goals is the most important step that you can take in assuming responsibility for your success. Why? Because these goals will challenge you. They will inspire you. They will point you into a beautiful future that you can manifest. Number two, develop a plan. Create a plan. In your most difficult moment, when you think you have lost everything, create a plan. Create a plan and get yourself out of that trouble. And this is one thing I've done for me personally. There are many times I've been through trouble. Anytime I am in trouble, the next immediate thing I do is I establish what is the plan I'm going to follow to come out of this trouble. Like I sit down and I actually write down a plan of action many times. I traveled to one country one time at the airport. I could not reach out to the person that invited me. Totally lost, no local SIM card, nothing, totally lost. Did not have the local currency. My first 8 years of traveling, that was the thing that made me, after that, when I'm going to any country, I always have at least, worst case scenario, I have at least $1,000 on me, any country. That was when I learned my lesson from that particular trip. But what did I do? I sat down, started thinking. I took a pen and a book. So what is the plan of action out of this trouble? Okay, step one, try to get online. When you get online, talk to a friend who is international that can find a way to send you money. Step two, I listed the possible friends. Step three, and I followed that step by step. Many people, when they find themselves in chaos and trouble, they allow their emotions and their worry to cloud their minds, and they don't focus on finding a way. Sometimes people can feel that, I don't have emotions. And that kind of person, if somebody dies now, I'll focus on creating the plan, see how can we bury the person, and then mourn you after. like my mind was like, how do we get out of this? That's always my mind. How do I get out of this and be fine? That's always my goal. I don't know how to murmur, complain, or mourn, or cry, or no, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. Like, once the plan, follow it, get out of it, and then I can reflect on it later. Simple. There's no, I don't understand. They tell you something is wrong and they start crying. And how does crying solve the problem now? That's my problem. Pragmatic, get the hell out of it. So if you are listening to right now, you're going through difficulties and you have not been taking personal responsibility. You are blaming your father, your mother, your siblings, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your wife, your husband, whoever you're blaming, your colleagues, all of that. Shut the hell up. Retell your mind. Sit down with you, yourself, and the Holy Spirit and God. Establish a plan of action to get out of there. When I was writing my 2025 action plan in 2011 and 12, one of the goals was that through this plan, I will beat poverty. I was born in a poor family, single mom, no dad, all of that. Struggled to go through schools. At this point, I could not go to university like any other kid because my mom could not pay for it. So the option was simple. Either I remain broke, I'm poor, or I see what I can do with my life. Simple, that was it. And I sat down. I don't know where the wisdom came from, but praise God for the idea. And I wrote a plan. In that plan, I clearly said education was one of my best tickets out of poverty, and then starting a business. And in that plan, I wrote, get the first degree. And that's how I went back, started doing commercial motorbike riding, working in car wash, doing bread, work, any legal odd job I could do to raise money, I did it to pay my university fees. Sometimes there will be a day, there will be some days. In the morning, I'll bake a bike from another, they used to call it Seku. You get a commercial bike from somebody who has a commercial bike. Maybe he works overnight and he's tired. He now gives you the bike on rent, basically. You now have to work between 6 a.m. and about 2 a.m. because 2 p.m. because he will sleep in the morning and go and start his work at 3 p.m. So I'll get a bike and do Okada, or Nigeria call it Okada, Cameroon call it Okada, all of that. I'll do Okada from 6 a.m. to about 2 p.m. and I go give him back. I'll give him his money. I take my 2,000 or 3,000, depending on how work was that day. Then I'll leave from there. Now I run to the car wash, to the washing point where I can do car wash, do motorcycle wash, all of that. I do that from that time till about 7 p.m., 8 p.m. Then from there now I run to the bakery at Cow Street where I need to parcel bread and all of that. And then they'll take it to the supermarket. That was I would do anything I could do to raise money. Sometimes in all of these helter-skelter, at the end of the day, you make 5,000. But you'll be happy that the day was good. After like 12 hours of work, the highest you can make is 10,000. How much is that? How many dollars is that? Crazy. But I had a plan and I believed that my plan will get me out of poverty. I believed that my plan would get me somewhere in life better than where I was coming from. Don't allow circumstances to get you stuck. Don't allow difficulties to get you stuck. God gave you that brain for a purpose. God gave you emotions for a purpose. God gave you the spirit of wisdom, understanding for a purpose. Use it. Use it. Successful people always have a plan. Always have a plan. Always have a plan. I am still to see any successful man on earth that don't have a plan. Okay? The next thing that you need to do to take personal responsibility, seek out opportunities. Success often comes from seizing opportunities that come your way. Yes. People that take personal responsibility take advantage of opportunities. This can involve pursuing internship, going for volunteering, networking, going to industry events, taking up new challenges, but seek out opportunities that will challenge you to do things beyond your comfort zone. Do that. Next point, people who take personal responsibility learn from their mistakes. They don't cry over their mistakes. They learn from their mistakes. You dated the wrong person that hurt you, learn from it and move forward and go fall in love, love again and get married. Don't do that nonsense. Somebody will say because somebody broke your heart, you don't believe in relationships. Because you dated one wrong human being and 8 billion people, you now conclude that humanity is bad. You are the one that has problem, not humanity. Learn from it. Make better decisions. Learn how to ask the right questions during dating and courtship, whatever. Learn how to observe people. Learn from it. Look at where you messed up and learn from it. Because you failed in one business, you now conclude that business is not for you. No, you are wrong. Business is for you. It's just that you refuse to learn from it and become resilient. Because you failed an exam, you now say you will not try again. It's difficult. Exam is not for you, or the certification program or that job is not for you. No, it's for you. The problem is you did not study well and you are refusing to go back to learn from the things you didn't do well and do it better next time. You are not taking personal responsibility. That is the problem. Learn from your mistakes, people. Mistakes are a natural part of the learning and growth process. When things don't go as planned, it is important to take personal responsibility for the outcomes and then learn from the mistakes and improve. Learn from the mistakes and improve. And when you do that, your life can never remain the same. You can never be stagnant. You will consistently grow because there is nothing on the surface of the earth that can hold you back from manifesting your greatness. The question is, what will it be for you? Will you take responsibility for your life after this? Or will you allow people, blaming of people and blaming of circumstances, to control you? You have to choose one. Two cannot go together. You cannot blame people, blame circumstances, and take responsibility at the same time. And there's no way you can focus on taking personal responsibility and still dedicate a part of your brain and your life to be blaming people. You even forget that they even existed. You even have no time. You focus on manifesting your life and building beauty out of ashes, building a strong, inspiring message out of the mess that you went through. I don't know the mess. Maybe you listen to me right now. There is a mess that you went through recently. That mess can become a message. Those ashes can become beautiful tomorrow. Those challenges can become a testimony. Just take personal responsibility and see the beauty of it all.